New GTA 6 rumors are here, and we are breaking down all of the latest and biggest leaks that don't involve breaking some draconian new UK law. And to that end, for our viewers across the pond, one, I'm sorry. And two, download Death Stranding 2, do a little Googling, give us a subscribe, and thank me in May. And you should subscribe too. Yes, you can help us get to 250. One thing that is not a secret, however, is that GTA 6's release is one of the most anticipated events in pop culture, ranking somewhere between Half-Life 3 and the Second Coming of Christ. So leaks were inevitable, but these three are big. We're talking price, release date, and the length of the main story. And let me just say that last one blew my mind. It may not sound earth-shattering at first, but just wait until we give you a little bit more context and then compare it to previous releases. It's wild, and I can't wait to read your thoughts about it in the comments. With all that said, let's break it down. According to the leaker, the standard edition is slated to release at $69.99. The deluxe edition is slated for $89.99. And the premium edition is slated to be $109.99. According to the leak, and again, we don't know if this is accurate or not, but we'll just talk about it and you can take it with a grain of salt. But the deluxe edition has a tag on it that says that it comes with early access to GTA Online. And then the premium edition has phrasing that says first access to GTA Online. There's a few things there. One, standard edition, $70. If that turns out to be true, that's just smart business. That's the same thing that you and I have said this entire time, is that it only makes sense to stick at 70 and reach the absolute widest base that you can, because you are not going to be hurting for money. They're going to make all the money in the world. They don't have to. They could sell it for $10 and still make a profit on this thing. Oh my, dude. Even before GTA Online.
Yeah, they'd make billions of dollars within a year on a $10 game.
And then you add GTA Online on there, and I mean, that's where they're going to be printing money. As far as that goes, standard edition, just like we said, $70. So we'll see if that holds true, but I hope that's the case, because again, that's the smart play. And I believe that will also, if that turns out to be the case, like we said in the last episode, in the video that we just released earlier today, is that if they hold at $70, I think that we don't have to worry about an $80 third-party release until 2027. Moving on to the deluxe and premium edition. So again, deluxe is $90, premium is $110. You would have to assume that there are other things in here as well to add to that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's skins or shark cards or whatever else to sort of, or maybe some bonus missions, something there. But they also include the phrasing early access to GTA Online and first access to GTA Online.
And this is clever. What they're not saying is that doesn't mean that the game is launching with the online component,
because the others haven't.
That's just saying that you'll get early access, and then if you pay a little bit more, you'll get first access. But we're not telling you when that's going to be.
So, like you said, that we don't know if GTA Online is launching with this game or not, because in the past, it has not launched with the online component. That always came later. They gave people enough time to sort of get through the main mission or whatever. But the other thing, before we move on, the other thing about those that I'm really curious about is the distinction. Again, if correct, we don't know, it's rumors, but the distinction between early access to GTA Online and first access to GTA Online. Again, first comes with the $110, the top tier, according to this leak. So that would make me think, like,
I'm betting it's 1 to 3 days.
I was thinking that too, but I was like, I don't know. My guess is more like a week. If you wanted to upsell somebody, give them to say, like, okay, if you get the deluxe edition, you get in 3 days early, and if you get the premium edition, you get in 5 days or 7 days early, which is kind of the standard. The 3 days is kind of the standard as far as early access. I think a week is where you get people.
I worry about giving the player base a week of early access, because you might end up pissing off everybody else. But yeah, I mean, I can see them doing a week. I mean, that's a fantastic upsell. Is like, I can tell you right now, I'd rather have a Megalodon shark card than a week of early access.
Yeah, me too. Give me the money, because I could use the money. Like, the extra week is not going to change. And so before we get to the one that really blew my mind, I'll start with this is the part of the rumor that I doubt. There's a leak that mentions that there are discussions. Doesn't say that it's been decided or anything like that, but says that there are discussions currently going on at Rockstar debating whether or not to delay the game even further to around September of next year. And I find that hard to believe.
Okay, so I absolutely believe that. In fact, I've maintained this in the real world outside of this podcast as guys, this is not coming out when they say it's coming out.
The reason I find it so difficult to believe, the amount of work that they have put in it, obviously the decision to delay it was huge. That was a big, big deal. It's supposed to come out holiday season this year.
Yeah.
And to delay that is a big monster decision.
Yeah.
And for them to say, we're going to delay it and it's going to be moved to May, to delay something that obviously 2K was relying on that for the holiday season, to make the decision to allow them to delay and announce a new date. It just seems so crazy to me that they would announce a date that they were not 100% sure that they could hit. What I could see is it releasing in May and the online component being delayed until September.
And I agree with that.
Now on to the big one, the one that I think is the most interesting. Obviously, the price is a big deal if true. However, it's the same thing that you and I have been speculating for literally months. The delay, it's going to be true or it's not going to be. We'll see however it is, but it is what it is. But this one I think is the one that is the real sort of mind-blowing one because at first it actually doesn't seem so mind-blowing. And that is that the main story of GTA 6 will be around 75 hours.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Before we delve too deep into this, because we will delve a little bit deeper, keep in mind this is just the main story. This is if you just go from main mission to main mission to main mission, boom, 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 75 hours. And I was like, well, there's JRPGs and RPGs that I've played that are 150 hours to complete. So on the face of it, this did not seem, I was like, good, I'm glad it's a long story, but it didn't seem all that crazy to me or all that impressive to me. Here's what makes this really impressive. So now these two answers for you might be different. So I'm going to ask you the one that you played, the GTA that you played the most, and then your favorite one, because I think I know your favorite one. But which GTA have you spent the most time in?
The one I spent the most time in was probably GTA 4. But again, it's not my favorite GTA.
I know, and we'll get to your favorite because I think I know what your favorite is. So we'll start off this way. This is why I wanted to pace it this way. So 75 hours doesn't sound initially too crazy because, you're an RPG guy. I'm an RPG guy. 75 hours is nothing crazy in the RPG world, right? So that's why I wanted to say the one that you first spent the most time in. And if you were to take a guess, even as far as hundreds versus thousands of hours, how many hours do you think that you put into GTA 4? Is it in the hundreds? Is it in thousands?
Mason, I'm going to tell you right now, it's an embarrassing number. I would say an easy, almost Mass Effect level, 600 hours maybe, and that's probably lowballing it.
This is where this number starts to look really impressive. So the main story runtime for GTA 4, do you want to take a guess?
No.
27 hours.
27. That's 27 the story runtime?
Yes.
Okay.
So you take the main story runtime of GTA 4 versus the amount of time that you spent, and now all of a sudden that 75 hours starts to take a little bit more shape of just how massive that must be.
Yeah.
And now, to put it into even more perspective, because I think I know your answer to this one, what is your favorite GTA game?
GTA Vice City.
17 hours. Let's go through here. So GTA 1 through 5, we have Grand Theft Auto. And keep in mind, GTA 1, GTA 2, these were the top-down iterations. So Grand Theft Auto, the original, was 14 hours. GTA 2 was 12.5 hours. Then we get into the 3D era. GTA 3 was 14 hours. GTA Vice City, again, 17 hours. GTA San Andreas, 30.5 hours. GTA 4, 27 hours. And then GTA 5 is the longest to this point GTA game at 32 hours. So you take that into perspective and you look at the amount of time that we all spent in those games and you say, oh, Vice City was just 17 hours for the main game. GTA 5 was 32 hours for the main game. And we're talking thousands of hours that some of us have spent on this. And now,
well, you're saying main game, but none of us that play RPGs, the main quest is not, it's not the journey, it's the destination.
Yeah,
right?
For like us RPG players, what we tend to do is try to dodge the main campaign at all costs. We're like, that's like you tell us which icon means that's a story mission. Oh, well, let me do all the other icons until those icons run out, and then I'll do the story thing.
For all you non-RPG players that end up watching this, I will say this: we will do the main quest until we're no longer getting pop-ups for tutorial stuff, and then as soon as we get the last one and we've been turned loose, then we're not doing the main story for hundreds of hours, probably, if we can get away with it. A lot of times a game will be like, hey, you have to do this before you can cross this bridge and enter this new land. But as soon as we get across that bridge, we're going back to side questing.
That is what we're looking at when it comes to GTA. So that's the big one. That's the biggest thing whenever it comes to the GTA 6 rumors, is just the sheer size of the game. So we already knew that it was obviously going to be massive. It's going back to Vice City, so it's going to be Vice City in current time, not the 80s or anything like that, but it's going to be current day Vice City. And there had been speculation that it's going to encompass other areas, perhaps accessible by plane. We've already seen some scenes where there's like a confrontation going on an airliner, and so there could be a situation where we're flying to San Andreas or something like that. Who knows?
It looked like some footage was in the Keys, which for people that have never either lived or been to Miami and have done both, the Keys is still a good piece off. I mean, so that'll be a decent flight.
Well, that was we did a breakdown of the released maps where you and I looked at them, and you, being a former Florida resident, kind of told your knowledge about the pieces that they are blatantly trying to take, because that is one thing. Even though they do this thing where, GTA, it fictionalizes it, where, oh, it's not Miami, it's Vice City, as intensely as any Assassin's Creed game will try to do with their locations. That's what they do with there was like the swampland, and then there was like the coastal town, and then we had some, we actually had Vice City proper and some other areas and stuff like that. It's going to be big. No matter what, even if it's not 75 hours, it's obviously going to be huge. You extrapolate that across what we have done with other releases. We're talking about a game that you could spend years playing and never actually see the end of the main story, which might sound scary, or like that might lose some people's interest. That sounds phenomenal to me, actually. Like to actually sort of live in the place and get to spend a lot of time with it. I don't know. That sounds interesting to me. I'm excited about that aspect of it. I hope that rumor is true. Like, we've already heard rumors that it's going to be the biggest map they've ever done, and given the map breakdown that we had done previously, it looks like it very well could be at least of the Florida Peninsula. There we go. That is the big gaming news. And that's all we've got for this video. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. As a little bit of housekeeping, as I said at the beginning of the video, we are trying to get to 250 subscribers. It would mean the world to us and to me personally if you would trust us and give us a subscribe and continue to come back, watch our content, give us your feedback, let us know what you think, and help us grow from there. And also, please feel free to check out our partners at comfortclothing.com/hardcore if you want to take advantage of 15% off any purchase. Until next time, thank you again so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.